Morning peeps, good morning everyone, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. We have no mic, so apologies if the sound is a bit off. Plus I'm directly opposite a building site, which can get loud from time to time, but we have to make do with what we've got. Thank you so much for all the feedback regarding the daily vlogs. We're gonna keep doing them. Look, there are things I want to change on them, things I want to improve, but I just said, you know what, let's start them. Let's start them. We're always at these big events and we don't do anything, right? We shut the channel down. And I feel like we have to continue to put content on the channel. And I think that kind of behind the scenes content is pretty good from what I'm used to doing. So yeah, they will get better. And I will take every bit of advice that you guys have sent in on board. But ultimately, I think you guys like them. That's the kind of gist and vibe I'm getting. So yeah, we will continue to do them. Day 3 should be up now by the time you're watching this, so give it a watch, and I will start filming day 4 as soon as we get this video done. All right, let's talk about the big breaking news. Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury will battle it out again, this time December 21st. There was a lot of talk about this rematch happening for October to open Riyadh season over here, and then there was talk about it happening early next year, so they've kind of gone in the middle, which I'm not mad at. Obviously, look, the date isn't great for British fight fans. The one thing that made this fight so special, apart from obviously both guys duking it out and making it a good fight, was that the British fight fans travelled. I don't know how many of them are going to travel December 21st. Just the lead up to Christmas is financially very, very tight for everyone. And it's just a difficult date. It's just a difficult date. Flights are a lot more expensive in and around that time because people are leaving the country to go back home and see friends and family. So yeah, I don't know if the date works. They did it for AJ, didn't they? AJ Ottovolin had that date as well, and that one wasn't attended by a lot of Brits either. So look, it is what it is. Ultimately, we get the fight, and that's the most important thing. We are going to see these guys go at it again. I thought the first fight was fantastic. I expect the second fight to be just as good. If you're Tyson Fury, you've got to take a lot from the first fight. I know round 9 happened, and it was a bad round for Tyson. Worse than him getting knocked down by Wilder. How many times did Wilder knock him down in their fights? 5? I think that round 9 was worse than that. I really do. Even that knockdown in the third fight, which kind of wobbled Tyson Fury's body. I think there's one thing getting hit with a shot. There's one thing getting hit with loads of shots and stumbling all over the ring. Like, I've never seen Tyson Fury hurt like that. So look, that round happened. But if Tyson Fury goes back and watches the fight, which I'm sure him and his team have done, they'll pick out some really good stuff. Like, Tyson Fury hurt Oleksandr Usyk on a couple of occasions, and if he, I think, stepped on it, could have had Usyk out of there. I really do believe that. I think it was round 5 or 6 where he hurt with an uppercut and then to the body, and Usyk kind of stumbled back, and Tyson Fury didn't jump on him. So Tyson Fury will take a lot from that fight. Obviously, look, there's this big conversation about the corner. Now, I've had my say on it. One thing I will say, look, there were 3 voices in the corner, Andy Lee, Sugar Hill Stewart and John Fury. We don't know, and I heard Don Charles talking about this yesterday, we don't know what the dynamics or what was agreed prior to them going in the corner. Maybe it was a case of, okay, we're all gonna speak. But one thing you can't do is speak over each other. And I do think there needs to be one senior voice in that corner, and hopefully that senior voice is Sugar Hill Stewart alongside Andy Lee, and that John Fury isn't in the corner, because I just feel like it must be so difficult as a father, forget the trainer side of John Fury, just as a father, to kind of stand by and give and watch others give your son instructions. That must be difficult. You must want to just get involved. You just want to get involved, right? If my son was fighting, I'd be screaming as well. I'd be screaming, do this, do this, do this. But sometimes you got to let the people who are the experts do what they're paid to do. So that's going to be very interesting to see if Fury decides to change anything. It's also going to be very interesting to see where Fury's mental state is. We haven't heard from Tyson Fury, or at least at the time of filming this, I don't think we've heard from him. It's going to be difficult to get over a defeat. This is a guy that never thought he was going to lose. This is a guy that always claimed that no one born from their mother is going to be able to beat me, and he's just been beaten. So it'll be interesting to see where his mental side is. But look, one thing we do know is that he's agreed to go again. And I know there'll be a lot of people, including myself, that say, well, 1 second he's getting paid a lot of money. Yes, but I don't think it's about the money now for Fury. Fury's got hundreds of millions, more money than he could have ever dreamed of having. This is about sort of reputation. This is about the get back. This is about proving to everyone that he is the best heavyweight of this generation. Right now, that's Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury will want that crown. As much as he says he doesn't care about the history of the sport, he wants to go down as one of the best heavyweights there's ever been. And off the back of that loss, he isn't in that camp. He isn't. So look, I expect it to be insane. I really do. I expect the card to be good as well. So yeah, that's the big news. It broke yesterday that we are back here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, December 21st. What also broke yesterday as well, and look, obviously all these big events are happening in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, but in the next couple of months, a lot of the Riyadh season events, a lot of the big money fights are happening in LA, obviously Crawford, Madrimov, and that crazy undercard. And now we're hearing about this big one to be announced for September at Wembley. I think there's a press conference due on that in London, June 29th. And rumors are, obviously, look, we know AJ will be on that card, and it's either going to be the winner of Dubois Hrgovic or Wilder. I was going to say the winner of Wilder Zhang. I don't think it will be Zhang. If Wilder looks destructive, I think they will go Wilder as their first choice. If Wilder loses, then I think they're going to look at the winner of Dubois Hrgovic. But there's also a massive rumor about Inoue being on this card, which, whew, man, that's incredible. If you have a card already with just AJ versus, let's just say it is Wilder. AJ Wilder, Inoue, question mark, already that is an enormous card. It's an enormous card. AJ and Inoue on the same card. So hopefully that comes through as well. But again, we'll get the announcement of that one in about a month's time. All right, let's go through some of the news. I might do a little round table, 5 versus 5 predictions with Barry Jones, Darren Barker, and Chris Mannix for the YouTube channel. I'm just trying to work it out. Fingers crossed we can do that later on today or tomorrow. Fraser Clark still hurting from draw with Fabio Wardley. Shouldn't be. It was a fantastic performance. A really good fight, and one that would like to see again. I don't know if it happens again. Both are going to want real big money to get in there again and put a beating on like each other like they did. But if we see it again, we do. If not, both can go their separate ways. There are so many good international heavyweight fights for both of them right now. So loads can happen. Zhilei Zhang believes he and Wilder have something to prove. He is correct. A lot to prove. A hell of a lot to prove. Look, Zhang's had a really good run, you know. When you think of what Zhang's done, no heavyweight has fought the names that Zhang has back to back in the last couple of years. Zhang in the last couple of years have fought Hrgovic, Joe Joyce twice, Parker, and now Wilder. It's ridiculous. You're gonna suffer a couple of L's in that run. Like any heavyweight has that kind of run, you're likely to take an L somewhere. Am I lying? You're likely to take an L somewhere, and he's taken a couple of L's, no problem with that. But he does have something to prove. What I think Zhang has to prove is his gas tank. His boxing skills are there, his punch power was there. He looks really good for the first 5 rounds, and then it just goes. He has lost a lot of weight. Just seeing him, I think he might have lost a stone. It looks like he's lost a lot. So he has something to prove, and obviously that Wilder's got a lot to prove. Wilder is 1 win in his last 5. 1 win in his last 5. Like, that stat gets thrown around anywhere else to any other fighter, they're done. It's because it's Deontay Wilder that you're thinking, okay, let's, if that, you keep hearing it, if that right hand lands, it's 1 win in your last 5. So he does need to prove that he's still got it. We'll see. Gilberto Ramirez, now a free agent, plans to unify the cruiserweight division. The problem with Gilberto Ramirez, I think, I might be wrong and someone might point me to numbers, is that there's been a lot of people saying Eddie should sign him. Like, you've got to look at sort of sometimes just facts and figures. Like, how much does he want? How much does he generate? I know we don't like to do that as fight fans, but Eddie will do that. Trust me. And I don't know if he's a big ticket seller. I don't know if he's a big draw. I know people were saying that Eddie should sign him so they can get closer to making Jaya Pattaya become the undisputed. It gets easier. I don't know, man. I'm not quite sure if He's that guy. But look, it does make, look, the Jai Patai fight would have been easy to make anyway because it's an in-house, it's just the zone fight. So you don't necessarily need to sign him to make that fight. And I don't think he's going to go PBC. And then what's he going to go? Boxer? Top rank? Who have no cruiserweights really? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like he'll probably re-up with Golden Boy. WBO wants answer from Yarde on Buatsi interim title bout. Yeah, I'm hearing that Anthony Yarde is going to remove himself from the purse bids. I don't know what the fuck is going on, honestly. This is the wrong time for Team Yarde to have a problem with Frank Warren. The wrong time. Look, if there's an issue with the contract, iron that shit out, right? But don't do it meaning that you're going to be on the fence, or sorry, sitting on the outside looking in. Don't do it. This is the wrong time. You look at some of the fighters that are making good money out here. Yarde should be out here making good money. Like Yarde should have been fighting Craig Richards. If the Buatsi thing wasn't going to happen, Craig Richards over here 5 versus 5. Yarde would be getting paid. Yarde would be getting paid. And there's not many fighters that go toe to toe with Frank Warren when it comes to sort of legals and win. I've spoken to a few of them, and they tell me this. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I don't know. Craig Richards versus Willie Hutchinson. I do want to talk about this. Look, I'm hearing so much shit over here. I can't find no evidence of the shit I'm hearing, but I'm hearing it. All this talk about racial slurs and people editing that part of their video out. I'm guessing teams have been, they've been approached by, I don't know, the team of Willie Hutchinson or even the broadcasters and said, can you edit that out? So I'm not in any way, shape or form having a dig at Boxing King Media. There's a lot of pressure put on these YouTubers to do that. If they don't do that, then maybe access is denied. Maybe they don't get the interviews they want. So they're under pressure. But if Willie Hutchinson has said something with racial connotations to Craig Richards, it's just fucking wrong, innit? Like, it's wrong. Like, I don't mind banter. I love it. I love when fighters kind of get involved and, butt heads with each other. Don't mind it at all. But why do you have to go racial? There's so much other shit you can say to get under a fighter's skin. Why has it got to be their color? What are we doing? Why has it got to be, again, racial connotations? Why? It's just sickening. Hate it. Honestly, I hate it. And and I'm going to speak to Boxing King Media, if they have edited something out and he did say something racial, why are we protecting the person that says something racial? Like, what are we doing? Why are we protecting the person that says something stupid? I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? But I will say this, having spoke to Craig Richards yesterday, came in, did his media work. I've not reached out to Craig because I don't want his head to go in the wrong space. But looking at him yesterday, I've never seen Craig so fired up. Like, one thing I've always accused Craig of, and he knows this himself, he's a bit laid back. And sometimes I feel like that translates into the ring. It's a bit laid back. He ain't laid back on Saturday. Tell you now. It might be good, it might be bad, but he's not laid back now. So I think we're going to get a really good fight. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not happy about that shit at all. As soon as I heard it, I was like, what? Racist? Mate. I'm going to do a separate 5 versus 5 video. This was just about Fury Usyk. We'll do a separate 5 versus 5. But guys, obviously you guys know I'm out here. This is so random. After the boxing, I'm not coming home. I'm actually staying out here because your boy is doing the World Pool Championships. The World Pool Championships are out here in Riyadh, Jeddah. Riyadh, Jeddah. Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, not Riyadh. I'm going to Jeddah for them. So I'll get a 3 or 4 day, I'll get a 2-day break, and then we do the pool, which is very interesting. I don't mind throwing myself at different things. I like the idea of doing sports I've not done before. I find it challenging. Look, boxing and football, I kind of know it's just there now, it's locked in. But there are other sports I want to try out as well, and this one was presented to me, and I was like, I'm here. I think I could give it a go, so we are going to give it a go. So wish me luck. Peace. I don't know why I just tapped my head. Peace.